Let me ask you something. When was the last time you experienced true, uninterrupted focus? Not the kind where you're half present, switching between tabs, checking notifications, and pretending to concentrate. I'm talking about deep, immersive focus where hours feel like minutes and your mind operates at peak capacity. For most people, that answer is troubling. Because in today's world, focus has become a rare commodity. We live in an age of infinite distractions, where our attention is constantly hijacked by notifications, social media, emails, and the endless noise of modern life. Our brains have been rewired for distraction, and we've forgotten what it feels like to truly concentrate. But here's the truth. The ability to focus deeply is not just a nice skill to have. It's the ultimate competitive advantage. It's what separates those who achieve extraordinary results from those who remain average. It's what allows artists to create masterpieces, entrepreneurs to build empires, and athletes to reach peak performance. This is where monk mode comes in. Monk mode is not a productivity hack. It's not a time management technique. It's a complete lifestyle transformation, a 30-day protocol designed to eliminate every distraction, sharpen your focus to a razor's edge, and unlock levels of productivity and clarity you never thought possible. Think about monks for a moment. They live in silence, away from the chaos of the modern world. They dedicate their lives to a single purpose, whether it's spiritual enlightenment, mastery of a craft, or service to others. They understand something most people don't. That true power comes from within, and that power can only be accessed through deep focus and intentional living. This audiobook is your blueprint for entering that state. Over the next 30 days, you're going to transform everything. Your environment, your habits, your mindset, your results. You're going to eliminate digital distractions, create sacred routines, master the art of solitude, and build unbreakable discipline. You're going to live like a monk, focused, intentional, and unstoppable. I won't lie to you. This won't be easy. Monk mode demands sacrifice. It requires you to give up comfort, convenience, and instant gratification. It asks you to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with yourself. But if you're willing to commit, if you're ready to go all in for 30 days, your life will never be the same. Are you ready? Then let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding deep focus. Before we dive into the protocol, you need to understand what deep focus actually is and why it's become so rare in modern society. Deep focus, also known as flow state, is a mental state where you're completely absorbed in a single task. Time distorts. Distractions disappear. Your performance peaks. You're operating at maximum capacity, and it feels effortless. Scientists have studied this state for decades. They found that during deep focus, your brain produces specific neural patterns. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for self-monitoring and self-doubt, actually quiets down. Meanwhile, areas responsible for pattern recognition and creativity light up. This is why breakthrough ideas often come during periods of intense focus. But here's the problem. Deep focus requires approximately 23 minutes of uninterrupted concentration to achieve. 23 minutes. And research shows that the average person gets interrupted or self-interrupts every 3 to 5 minutes. Think about that. Most people never even come close to entering a state of deep focus because they're constantly breaking their own concentration. Every time you check your phone, switch tasks, or respond to a notification, you reset the clock. You're starting from zero. And over time, this pattern rewires your brain. You become addicted to distraction. Your attention span shrinks. Your ability to concentrate deteriorates. This is the crisis we face today. We've trained our brains to be distracted, and now we're paying the price in lost productivity, creativity, and fulfillment. The good news? Your brain is plastic. It can change. It can rewire. And that's exactly what monk mode does. It creates the conditions necessary for your brain to relearn how to focus deeply, to crave concentration instead of distraction, to operate at peak capacity consistently. But it requires a complete environmental and behavioral shift. You can't just try harder. You need a system, a protocol that eliminates distractions at their source and builds new neural pathways through consistent practice. That's what the next 30 days are about. Rewiring your brain for deep focus. Building the habits, rituals, and environment that make concentration your default state. Becoming someone who doesn't just focus occasionally but lives in a state of intentional attention. The journey starts now. Chapter 2. The 30-day protocol. Let me be clear about what monk mode actually is. It's not a vacation from your life. It's not a retreat where you disconnect completely and do nothing. Monk mode is a period of intense, focused work toward a specific goal while eliminating everything that doesn't serve that goal. For the next 30 days, you're going to live by one simple rule. If it doesn't move you closer to your goal, it doesn't exist in your life. That means no social media, no mindless scrolling, no unnecessary meetings, no time-wasting activities disguised as productivity, no distractions, period. Here's the protocol broken down into core principles. Principle 1. Single mission focus. Choose one primary goal for these 30 days. Not 5 goals, not 10. 1. This could be completing a major project, learning a new skill, building a business, writing a book, getting in peak physical shape, whatever matters most to you right now. Everything you do during these 30 days should serve this mission. Principle 2. Digital minimalism. Your phone is not your friend during monk mode. Delete social media apps. Turn off all notifications except essential ones. Put your phone in another room when working. Use it as a tool, not a toy. If you must use social media for work, schedule specific times and stick to them rigidly. Principle 3. Environmental design. Your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower ever will. Create a space dedicated solely to deep work. Remove everything that could distract you. Make it sacred. When you enter this space, your brain knows it's time to focus. Principle 4. Structured routine. Monks live by routine, and so will you. Wake up at the same time. Work at the same time. Rest at the same time. Routine eliminates decision fatigue and creates momentum. You're not deciding whether to work. You're just following the protocol. Principle 5. Physical optimization. Your mind lives in your body. Eat clean. Exercise daily. Sleep 8 hours minimum. Hydrate. Move. Treat your body like the high-performance machine it is. Principle 6. Solitude and silence. Spend significant time alone. Not lonely. Alone. In silence. Without input. This is where clarity emerges, where creativity flows, where you reconnect with yourself. Principle 7. Accountability and tracking. Measure everything. Track your focused hours. Journal your progress. Review daily. What gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed gets mastered. These 7 principles form the foundation of your 30 days. They're non-negotiable. They're the difference between transformation and just another failed attempt at change. Tomorrow, we'll break down each principle in detail, giving you the exact steps to implement them. But first, you need to commit. Not half-heartedly. Fully. Because monk mode doesn't work if you're dabbling. It works when you're all in. So make the commitment now. 30 days. Total focus. Complete transformation. Are you ready? Chapter 3. Eliminating digital distractions. Your phone is designed to addict you. Let's start there. Every notification, every red badge, every infinite scroll is engineered by teams of psychologists and designers whose job is to capture and keep your attention. You're not weak for being distracted. You're up against billions of dollars in behavior manipulation technology. But here's the thing. You don't have to play their game. During monk mode, your relationship with technology changes completely. You become the master, not the slave. Here's how. Step 1. The nuclear option. Delete social media apps from your phone. Not just logged out, deleted. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all of them. Gone. If you absolutely must check them for work, use the desktop version and schedule specific times. 15 minutes twice per day maximum. Why delete instead of just not using them? Because discipline is a limited resource. Every time you see the icon and choose not to click it, you drain willpower. Remove the temptation entirely. Step 2. Notification purge. Go through every single app on your phone and turn off notifications. Everything except calls and texts from essential contacts. Your phone should be silent 99% of the time. Step 3. Grayscale mode. Change your phone display to grayscale. This removes the dopamine-triggering colors that make apps appealing. Suddenly, scrolling becomes boring. It's a small change with massive impact. Step 4. Physical separation. When you're working, your phone stays in another room. Not on your desk face down. Not in your pocket. In a different room. If you need it for work calls, set specific times to check it. Step 5. The evening lockdown. 2 hours before bed, your phone goes into a drawer or lockbox. No screens before sleep. This improves sleep quality dramatically and ends the pattern of late-night scrolling. Now let's talk about your computer. Your laptop is a tool for creation, not consumption. Here's how to optimize it. Use website blockers. Apps like Freedom, Cold Turkey, or Self-Control can block distracting websites during work hours. Block news sites, social media, YouTube, anything that pulls you away from deep work. Single window. Single task. When you're working, one window open. That's it. No tabs waiting to distract you. One document, one project. Complete focus. Airplane mode sessions. When you need maximum focus, go completely offline. No email, no messages, no internet. Just you and your work. Email protocol. Check email twice per day maximum. Morning and late afternoon. Turn off email notifications completely. Respond in batches. Email is not urgent. It's a tool you control, not a leash others pull. Here's what happens when you implement these steps. The first 3 days are difficult. You'll feel phantom vibrations. You'll instinctively reach for your phone. You'll experience FOMO, fear of missing out. This is withdrawal. You're breaking an addiction. Push through. By day 4 or 5, something shifts. Your mind starts to clear. You notice more. You think deeper. You feel more present. By day 10, you'll wonder how you ever lived any other way. Remember, technology is not evil. It's neutral. But the way most people use it is destroying their attention span and their potential. During monk mode, you're resetting that relationship. You're taking back control. 30 days. No compromises. Your future self will thank you. Before. Building your sacred space environment is everything. You cannot consistently access deep focus in an environment that's chaotic, cluttered, or filled with distractions. You need a sacred space, a physical location where your brain automatically shifts into focus mode. Think about temples, churches, or meditation halls. The moment you enter, you feel different. The environment signals to your mind that this is a place of reverence, focus, and intention. You're going to create that same effect in your workspace. Here's the blueprint. First, choose your location. Ideally, this is a room or corner dedicated solely to deep work. Not your bed. Not your couch. Not the kitchen table where you also eat and watch videos. A specific place that exists for one purpose only: focus productivity. If you don't have a separate room, create a zone. A corner of your bedroom, a specific desk, a particular chair. The key is consistency and separation. When you're in this space, you work. When you're not, you don't. Second, eliminate visual clutter. Clutter is cognitive load. Every object in your peripheral vision takes up a tiny bit of mental energy. Clear your desk completely. Only keep what you need for your current task. Everything else goes in drawers or out of sight. Minimal is optimal. One notebook, one pen, your laptop, maybe a water bottle. That's it. Third, control sensory inputs. Lighting matters. Natural light is ideal, but if that's not possible, use warm, consistent lighting. No harsh fluorescence. No constantly changing brightness. Sound matters. Some people focus best in complete silence. Others need ambient noise or instrumental music. Experiment and find what works for you, then make it consistent. Noise-canceling headphones are worth the investment. Temperature matters. Research shows optimal cognitive performance happens between 67 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Too hot, you get sleepy. Too cold, you get distracted. Find your sweet spot. Fourth, create visual anchors. Place something inspiring in your line of sight. A vision board, a meaningful quote, an image that represents your goal. This serves as a constant reminder of why you're doing this. Fifth, implement the reset ritual. Every evening, before you leave your sacred space, clean it completely. Clear the desk, organize materials, prepare for tomorrow. This ritual signals completion for the day and sets you up for success tomorrow. Your sacred space is not just where you work. It's where you transform. It's where ordinary you becomes focused, productive, unstoppable you. Treat it with respect. Protect it fiercely. Make it truly sacred. When you combine a properly designed environment with a digital discipline from the previous chapter, you create conditions where deep focus becomes inevitable. You're not fighting against distractions. You've eliminated them at the source. This is how professionals operate. This is how masters work. And for the next 30 days, this is how you live. Chapter 5. The morning ritual. How you start your morning determines your entire day. This is not motivational fluff. This is neurological fact. Your brain is most receptive, most focused, and most creative within the first 2 hours after waking. What you do during this window shapes your mental state for the next 16 hours. Yet most people waste this golden time scrolling social media, checking emails, or rushing through their morning in chaos. They squander their most valuable mental resource before they've even started working. Monk mode changes this completely. Your morning ritual is sacred, non-negotiable, and optimized for maximum mental clarity. Here's the protocol. 5 a.m. This is your new wake time. Not because there's anything magical about 5 a.m. specifically, but because waking early gives you control. The world is quiet. No one is demanding your attention. You own this time. Set your alarm across the room. Not next to your bed where you can hit snooze. Across the room. When it goes off, you stand up immediately. No negotiation. No lying there thinking. Stand up, and your day has begun. Step 1. Hydration. Before anything else, drink a large glass of water. Your body is dehydrated after sleep. Water kickstarts your metabolism and clears brain fog. Step 2. Movement. 10 to 20 minutes of physical activity. This could be yoga, stretching, a short run, or bodyweight exercises. The goal is not intense training. The goal is waking up your body and oxygenating your brain. Movement creates energy. Step 3. Silence. Sit in complete silence for 10 to 15 minutes. No meditation app. No music. Just you and your thoughts. Watch them come and go. Don't engage with them. This practice builds mental discipline and clarity like nothing else. Step 4. Journaling. Spend 5 to 10 minutes writing. Not typing, writing by hand. 3 things you're grateful for. Your primary focus for the day. Any thoughts or emotions that need to be processed. This clears mental clutter and sets intention. Step 5. Goal review. Read your 30-day goal out loud. Visualize yourself achieving it. Feel the emotion of success. This primes your subconscious to work toward that goal all day. Step 6. Deep work block 1. By now, you're approximately 90 minutes into your morning. Your mind is clear, focused, and energized. This is when you tackle your most important, most challenging work. Not email. Not busy work. Your mission-critical task. Work for 90 to 120 minutes without interruption. Phone in another room. No notifications. One task only. This is where the magic happens. By 7:30 or 8 a.m., you've already accomplished more meaningful work than most people do in an entire day. You've won the morning, which means you've won the day. Here's what's critical. This ritual happens every single day. Weekends included. No exceptions. Consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. Your morning ritual is your competitive advantage. It's the foundation of monk mode. Protect it like your life depends on it, because in many ways your future does. Chapter 6. Mastering solitude. Modern society has demonized being alone. We're constantly surrounded by people, noise, and input. When we find ourselves alone, we immediately reach for our phones to fill the void with social media, messages, or entertainment. We've become afraid of our own company. But here's the truth. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is power. The greatest thinkers, creators, and leaders throughout history all understood the necessity of solitude. Einstein took long walks alone. Tesla spent hours in contemplation. Steve Jobs practiced periods of silence and isolation. They knew something most people don't. That breakthrough ideas, clarity, and self-knowledge only emerge in solitude. During monk mode, you're going to embrace solitude completely. Not occasionally. Daily. Here's how and why. First, understand what happens in solitude. When you remove external input, your mind turns inward. Without distractions, without the constant noise of other people's thoughts and opinions, you hear your own voice clearly. You process emotions. You solve problems. You connect dots that were previously invisible. Solitude is where creativity lives. Your brain's default mode network, the part responsible for imagination and insight, only activates when you're not focused on external stimuli. This is why shower thoughts are so powerful. You're alone, relaxed, and not consuming input. Your mind wanders and makes connections. But most people never give their minds this space. They're constantly consuming podcasts, videos, music, conversations. There's always input, never silence. And in that constant noise, their own thoughts get drowned out. Here's your solitude practice for monk mode. Daily solo time. 1 hour minimum every day in complete solitude. No phone. No music. No people. Just you. This could be walking in nature, sitting in a quiet room, or journaling. The activity matters less than the absence of input. Silent mornings. Your morning ritual should be done in complete silence. No podcast while exercising. No music while journaling. Just silence. This sets a tone of internal focus for the entire day. Solo meals. At least once per day, eat alone without any entertainment. No phone. No TV. Just you and your food. This practice might feel uncomfortable at first, but it builds profound comfort with yourself. Evening contemplation. Before bed, spend 15 minutes alone with your thoughts. Review the day. Process emotions. Ask yourself deep questions. This creates closure and clarity. Here's what will happen. The first few days of solitude feel strange, possibly uncomfortable. You'll want to reach for distractions. Your mind will race. You might feel anxious or bored. This is normal. This is your addiction to stimulation showing itself. Push through. By week 2, something shifts. Solitude becomes enjoyable, even necessary. You'll start craving these moments of aloneness. Your mind will feel clearer. Your thinking will sharpen. You'll discover parts of yourself that were hidden under layers of constant distraction. Solitude teaches you who you are when no one is watching. It reveals your true thoughts, desires, and values. It's where you become authentic, where the mask falls away and you meet yourself honestly. This is not easy. Our culture doesn't support solitude. People will question why you're spending so much time alone. They'll think something is wrong. Let them think what they want. You're on a different path now. You're building something most people never will. Depth, clarity, self-knowledge, power. Master solitude, and you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you can master anything. Understand Chapter 7. The art of single-tasking multitasking is a lie. Let me say that again. Multitasking does not exist. What we call multitasking is actually rapid task switching, and it's destroying your productivity and your brain. Research from Stanford University found that people who regularly multitask perform worse on every cognitive task than those who focus on one thing at a time. Worse at filtering information. Worse at managing working memory. Worse at switching between tasks. The very thing they think makes them productive is actually making them less capable. Here's what happens in your brain when you try to multitask. Every time you switch tasks, your brain needs time to reorient. This is called attention residue. Part of your attention remains stuck on the previous task even as you move to the next one. You're never fully present, never fully focused, and therefore never fully productive. The solution: single tasking. One thing at a time with complete attention. This is the foundation of monk mode productivity. Here's the protocol. Principle 1. One task per work block. When you sit down to work, you work on one thing only. Not one primary task with email open in the background. One task, period. Everything else is closed, turned off, and out of sight. Principle 2. Time blocking. Divide your day into focus blocks of 90 to 120 minutes. Assign one specific task to each block. During that block, nothing else exists. This creates structure and removes decision fatigue. Principle 3. Completion before transition. Finish what you start before moving to something else. If you're writing, write until the section is complete. If you're coding, code until the feature works. Don't leave tasks half done and scattered across your day. Principle 4. Transition rituals. Between work blocks, take a complete break. Stand up. Move. Clear your mind. This allows attention residue to dissipate before you begin the next task. Let's talk about implementation because knowing the theory is meaningless without action. Start your day by choosing your number one priority. Not your top 5, your top 1. This is your most important task, the thing that if completed today would make everything else easier or unnecessary. This gets your first work block, your best mental energy. Before you begin, eliminate all possible distractions. Phone away. Email closed. All unnecessary tabs closed. One document, one program, one task. Set a timer for 90 minutes. Then work. No checking email mid-work. No quick text responses. No glancing at the news. Nothing. When the timer goes off, you've earned a break. Take it fully. Then move to the next task with the same singular focus. This feels unnatural at first because you've trained your brain to constantly switch. You'll feel the urge to check something, to multitask, to be responsive. Resist. That urge is not serving you. It's the addiction to distraction talking. After a few days of pure single tasking, you'll notice something remarkable. You get more done in less time. Tasks that used to take hours are completed in 60 minutes. Your work quality improves. Your stress decreases. Because you're finally working with your brain's natural design instead of against it. The modern world celebrates busy. Monk mode celebrates effective. You're not trying to do 10 things poorly. You're doing one thing excellently, then moving to the next one. This is the path to mastery. One thing at a time. Complete focus. Total presence. This is how you build something extraordinary. Understand Chapter 8. Nutrition for mental clarity. Your brain is 3% of your body weight but uses 20% of your energy. What you eat directly affects how well you think, focus, and perform. Yet most people fuel their bodies like they're trying to sabotage their own success. During monk mode, nutrition is not optional. It's strategic. You're optimizing your body to support peak mental performance. Here's the blueprint. First, understand the enemy. Sugar and simple carbohydrates. When you eat sugar or refined carbs, your blood sugar spikes, giving you a temporary energy boost. Then it crashes, taking your focus, energy, and mood with it. This cycle of spike and crash makes sustained focus impossible. Most people live on this roller coaster. Coffee and a donut for breakfast. Energy spike. Crash by 10 a.m. More coffee. Sugary snack. Spike. Crash. Fast food lunch. Spike. Massive afternoon crash. Energy drink. The cycle continues, and their brain never operates at full capacity. Monk mode breaks this pattern completely. Here's your nutrition protocol. Principle 1. Protein and healthy fats for breakfast. Skip the carbs. Eggs, avocado, nuts, Greek yogurt. Protein and fat provide stable energy that lasts hours without crashing. Your brain gets steady fuel, and your focus remains sharp. Principle 2. Hydration first. Before coffee, before food, drink water. Aim for half your body weight in ounces throughout the day. Dehydration kills focus faster than almost anything else. Keep water at your desk always. Principle 3. Intermittent fasting for focus. Consider delaying breakfast until after your first deep work block. Working in a fasted state increases mental clarity and focus for many people. Your body isn't using energy for digestion, so more goes to your brain. Experiment and see if this works for you. Principle 4. Brain-boosting foods. Certain foods enhance cognitive function. Wild-caught fatty fish like salmon provides omega-3 fatty acids your brain needs. Blueberries contain antioxidants that protect brain cells. Dark leafy greens provide nutrients essential for neurotransmitter production. Nuts and seeds supply healthy fats and minerals. Make these food staples in your diet. Principle 5. Eliminate processed foods completely. For 30 days, no processed junk, no fast food, no sugary snacks, no artificial ingredients. If it comes in a box with ingredients you can't pronounce, it doesn't enter your body. Principle 6. Strategic caffeine use. Coffee is not evil, but misused caffeine is. Drink water first thing in the morning. Wait 1 to 2 hours before coffee. This prevents dependency and maximizes caffeine's cognitive benefits. Limit to 2 cups before noon. No caffeine after 2 p.m. to protect sleep. Principle 7. Light lunch. Eat a moderate lunch focused on protein and vegetables. Heavy meals make you sluggish. You want enough fuel to sustain afternoon focus, but not so much that you need a nap. Here's the truth. Food affects your mind as much as your body. Clean eating creates mental clarity. Junk food creates brain fog. It's that simple. During these 30 days, pay attention to how different foods make you feel. Notice your energy levels, focus quality, and mood. You'll quickly learn which foods support your mission and which sabotage it. Treat your body like the high-performance machine it is. Give it premium fuel, and it will reward you with premium performance. Feed it garbage, and you'll get garbage results. Your nutrition is within your control. Choose wisely. 9. Physical training for mental strength. Your body and mind are not separate entities. They're one system. When your body is weak, your mind is weak. When your body is strong, your mind is strong. This is why physical training is non-negotiable during monk mode. But we're not talking about vanity fitness. We're talking about building physical resilience that translates directly to mental toughness, focus, and discipline. Here's the protocol. Daily movement. Minimum 30 minutes every single day. This is not optional. Movement is medicine for your brain. It increases blood flow, releases endorphins, reduces stress hormones, and improves neuroplasticity. Your brain literally works better when your body moves regularly. Your morning should include 10 to 20 minutes of movement as part of your ritual. This could be yoga, calisthenics, running, or even a brisk walk. The goal is waking up your body and energizing your mind. Later in the day, add more intentional training. Here are your options. Option 1. Strength training. Lifting weights builds more than muscle. It builds mental toughness. Every time you push through a difficult set, you're training your mind to push through resistance. 3 to 4 sessions per week of compound movement squats, deadlifts, presses, pulls. Option 2. Cardiovascular endurance. Running, cycling, swimming, rowing. Endurance training teaches your mind to push past the point where your body wants to quit. It's mental discipline in physical form. 2 to 3 sessions per week. Option 3. Martial arts or combat sports. Boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. These disciplines demand complete presence and focus. You cannot think about work while someone is trying to punch you. They force you into the present moment and build confidence through controlled adversity. Here's what matters most. Consistency over intensity. You're not trying to become a professional athlete in 30 days. You're building a sustainable practice that supports your mental performance. Show up every day. Move your body. Train with intention. The physical benefits are obvious. You'll get stronger, leaner, healthier. But the mental benefits are profound. Physical training teaches discipline. It shows you that discomfort is temporary and manageable. Proves that you can do hard things. It builds confidence through tangible progress. Exercise also serves as a reset button for your mind. After hours of deep work, physical training clears mental fatigue. It processes stress hormones. It gives your conscious mind a break while your subconscious continues working on problems. Many breakthrough ideas come during or after exercise. Why? Because you've shifted your mental state. You're not focused on the problem, but your brain is still processing it in the background. Then suddenly, mid-run or mid-set, the answer appears. Here's your commitment. Move every single day. Train intentionally 3 to 5 times per week. Treat your body as the vessel that carries your mind and mission. Honor it with movement, challenge it with training, and it will serve you powerfully. Physical discipline creates mental discipline. Train your body, strengthen your mind. Chapter 10. Evening reflection rituals. How you end your day is as important as how you begin it. While your morning ritual sets you up for success, your evening ritual creates closure, processes the day's experiences, and prepares your mind for restorative sleep. Most people end their days poorly. They work until exhaustion, then collapse in front of a screen, mindlessly consuming content until they fall asleep. They bring the day's stress, unprocessed emotions, and unfinished business into bed with them. Then they wonder why they sleep poorly and wake up tired. Monk mode changes this. Your evening ritual is sacred, structured, and designed for mental clarity and recovery. Here's the protocol. 7 p.m. This is when you begin your wind down, 2 to 3 hours before bed. No more intense work. No more problem solving. Your focus shifts from productivity to recovery. Step 1. Work closure. Before you leave your workspace, close out the day properly. Review what you accomplished. Identify tomorrow's top priority. Clear your desk. Close all programs. This ritual signals to your brain that work is complete, creating psychological separation between work and rest. Step 2. Digital sunset. At 8 p.m., all screens go off. Phone, computer, television, everything. No exceptions. The blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production and disrupts sleep. More importantly, late-night screen time keeps your mind activated when it should be winding down. What do you do instead? Real-world activities. Reading a physical book. Having face-to-face conversations. Taking a walk. Gentle stretching or yoga. Journaling. These activities allow your mind to decompress naturally. Step 3. Evening journaling. Spend 10 to 15 minutes reflecting on the day. What went well? What could have been better? What did you learn? What are you grateful for? This process creates closure and prevents rumination. By processing the day intentionally, you prevent your mind from processing it while you're trying to sleep. Use prompts like these. What was today's biggest win? Where did I maintain discipline? Where did I slip? What lesson did today teach me? What am I grateful for from today? What's my number one focus for tomorrow? Step 4. Gratitude practice. List 3 specific things you're grateful for from today. Not generic statements like I'm grateful for my health. Specific moments. I'm grateful for the breakthrough idea I had during my morning work session. I'm grateful for the encouraging message from a friend. I'm grateful for the beautiful sunset I noticed during my walk. Specific gratitude creates positive emotional resonance and improves sleep quality. Step 5. Preparation for tomorrow. Lay out your clothes. Prepare your workspace. Set up anything you need for your morning ritual. This removes friction from tomorrow morning and reinforces the commitment to consistency. Step 6. Relaxation practice. The final 30 to 60 minutes before bed should be purely relaxing. This could be reading fiction, light stretching, meditation, or a warm bath. The goal is reducing cortisol and preparing your body for sleep. Step 7. Sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be optimized for sleep. Cool temperature, 65 to 68 degrees. Complete darkness, blackout curtains or eye mask. No screens whatsoever. No work materials. Your bedroom is for sleep only, not work, not entertainment. Consistent bedtime. Go to bed at the same time every night. Your body thrives on rhythm. Consistent sleep and wake times optimize your circadian rhythm and improve sleep quality dramatically. Here's what this evening ritual does. It creates boundaries between work and rest. It processes the day's experiences so your mind isn't trying to process them at 3 a.m. It prepares your body for deep, restorative sleep. And it sets you up perfectly for tomorrow's morning ritual. Most people neglect their evenings, then suffer the consequences the next day. You're not most people anymore. You're in monk mode. Every part of your day is intentional, including how you rest. Honor your evening ritual like you honor your morning. Your sleep, recovery, and tomorrow's performance depend on it. Chapter 11. Overcoming resistance. Let's be honest about what's coming. Around day 7 to 10 of monk mode, you're going to hit resistance. Hard. The initial excitement will fade. The newness will wear off. And your brain will start whispering doubts. Do you really need to be this extreme? One day off won't hurt. You're missing out on everything. This is too hard. Just quit. This is resistance, and it's the make or break point of your transformation. Most people give in here. They rationalize one small compromise, which leads to another, and another, until they're right back where they started. You will not be one of them. Here's how to push through. First, understand what resistance actually is. It's your brain's attempt to return to homeostasis, to the comfortable patterns you've always known. Your brain doesn't care about your goals or potential. It cares about survival and energy conservation. Change requires energy, so your brain fights it. Resistance appears in many forms. Rationalization. You don't need to be this strict. Just this once won't matter. Comparison. Other people aren't doing this. Why should you? Distraction. Suddenly everything seems more interesting than your mission. Self-doubt. What if you fail? What if this doesn't work? Temptation. One check of social media. One day without your morning ritual. One compromise. These thoughts are not truth. They're resistance. And the way you respond determines everything. Here's your anti-resistance protocol. Tool 1. Pre-commitment. Before resistance arrives, make a public commitment. Tell someone you respect about your 30-day mission. Better yet, tell multiple people. Create accountability. When resistance whispers quit, the thought of disappointing others or breaking your word will push you forward. Tool 2. Remember your why. Write down exactly why you're doing this. What will your life look like at the end of 30 days if you follow through? What will it look like if you quit? Read this every single morning and whenever resistance appears. Tool 3. Zoom out. When you're in day 10, struggling, feeling like 30 days is forever, remember this. 30 days is 0.82% of your year. You can do anything for 0.82% of your year. In the context of your entire life, this is a tiny sacrifice for massive return. Tool 4. The power of yet. When your brain says you can't do this, add one word. Yet. I can't stay focused, yet. I'm not disciplined yet. This small addition shifts you from fixed to growth mindset. It reminds you that this is a process, not a binary outcome. Tool 5. Celebrate resistance. When resistance appears, smile. It means you're growing. It means you're pushing beyond your previous limits. Champions feel resistance and move forward anyway. Amateurs feel resistance and quit. Choose which one you are. Tool 6. The 24-hour rule. When you feel like quitting, don't make any decisions for 24 hours. Tell yourself, I'll reconsider tomorrow. Usually, by tomorrow, the emotional wave has passed, and you realize you don't actually want to quit. You were just uncomfortable. Tool 7. Community. Surround yourself with people on similar paths. Join online communities of people doing monk mode or deep work challenges. When you see others pushing through, it reinforces your commitment. Isolation makes resistance stronger. Community makes resistance weaker. Here's the truth. Resistance is a test. It's life asking, do you really want this? Are you serious? Or are you just playing? Your response to resistance reveals who you are and who you're becoming. Every time you push through resistance, you become stronger. Every time you follow your protocol despite not feeling like it, you build unshakable discipline. Every time you choose long-term transformation over short-term comfort, you become someone new. Resistance is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's showing you exactly where you need to grow. Embrace it. Push through it. And on the other side, you'll find the person you've always wanted to become. Understand Chapter 12. The power of silence. We live in a world of noise. Constant noise. Music, podcasts, conversations, notifications, television, traffic, alerts. From the moment we wake until we sleep, sound fills our environment. And even in our sleep, many people need background noise to drift off. This constant auditory input is not neutral. It's fragmenting your attention, preventing deep thought, and disconnecting you from yourself. Silence, real silence, has become rare. And that's precisely why it's powerful. During monk mode, you're going to reclaim silence as a daily practice. Not occasionally. Daily. Here's why silence matters. Your brain processes information on multiple levels. When there's constant external input, your conscious mind is occupied with that input. But your deeper unconscious mind, where creativity, insight, and problem-solving happen, needs space to work. Silence creates that space. Without external stimulation, your mind turns inward. It makes connections, processes emotions. It generates ideas. It integrates experiences. All the things that constant noise prevents. Think about your best ideas. Where do they usually come? In the shower, during a walk, right before sleep, late at night. What do all these situations have in common? Reduced external input. Your mind is free to wander and create. Here's your silence protocol for monk mode. Silent mornings. Your entire morning ritual happens in silence. No music during exercise. No podcast while preparing breakfast. Just silence and your thoughts. This sets a tone of internal focus for the day. Silent work. When you're in deep work mode, no background music or noise. Work in complete silence. This might feel strange initially, but it dramatically increases focus depth. Your brain isn't splitting attention between work and audio input. Silent walks. At least once per day, take a walk in complete silence. No earbuds. No phone. Just you, your thoughts, and the natural sounds around you. This practice is profoundly calming and clarifying. Silent meals. Eat at least one meal per day in silence. Really taste your food. Notice textures, flavors, temperatures. This practice builds mindfulness and appreciation. Silence before sleep. The hour before bed is silent. No television. No music. Maybe reading, but ideally just quiet contemplation or meditation. Now, here's what will happen when you implement this. The first few days of silence will be uncomfortable. Your mind will race. You'll feel anxious or bored. You'll desperately want to fill the void with sound. This is normal. This is your addiction to stimulation revealing itself. But if you push through, something remarkable happens. By week 2, silence becomes enjoyable. Your mind settles. Thoughts slow down. You start hearing your own inner voice clearly, perhaps for the first time in years. Silence teaches you to be comfortable alone with yourself, with your thoughts, with existence. In silence, you discover who you are beneath all the noise, all the input, all the external voices. Many of history's greatest insights came from periods of silence. Religious leaders spent time in silent meditation or desert solitude. Scientists took long contemplative walks. Artists created in quiet studios. They understood something modern culture has forgotten. That silence is not empty. It's full of possibility, creativity, and truth. For 30 days, embrace silence as a practice. Not just absence of sound, but presence with yourself. This is where transformation lives. In the quiet spaces between the noise. Chapter 13. Maintaining monk mode forever. We're approaching the end of your 30-day journey. By now, you've experienced the power of deep focus, discipline, and intentional living. You've eliminated distractions, built powerful rituals, and transformed your daily life. But here's the question. What happens on day 31? Do you go back to your old patterns? Do you re-download social media, abandon your morning ritual, and return to chaos? Absolutely not. The goal was never just 30 days. The goal was using 30 days to build a new foundation, a new identity, a new way of operating that you maintain forever. This chapter is about making monk mode sustainable for the long term. Because transformation isn't a 30-day event. It's a lifestyle. First, understand the difference between intensive monk mode and maintenance monk mode. Intensive monk mode, what you've been doing these 30 days, is extreme. Complete digital elimination, maximum focus, minimal social engagement. This level of intensity is perfect for short bursts when you need to accomplish something significant. Maintenance monk mode is sustainable long-term. You keep the core principles but with slightly more flexibility. Here's what that looks like. Keep your morning ritual non-negotiable. This is your foundation. Every single day you start with intention, movement, and focus. This never changes. Maintain digital discipline but with boundaries. You don't need to completely eliminate social media forever, but you stay intentional. Schedule specific times for checking it. Keep apps off your phone. Never use it during work hours. Stay in control. Preserve focused work blocks. Your deep work time remains sacred. At least one 90-minute block of pure focus every day. This is where your most important work happens. Continue your evening ritual. How you end the day stays consistent. Reflection, journaling, screen-free time before bed. This protects your sleep and mental clarity. Weekly intensive sprints. Consider doing 1 or 2 intensive monk mode days per week. These are days where you go full protocol, minimal external input, maximum focus. This keeps your discipline sharp. Monthly reset. Once per month, do a 3 to 7 day intensive monk mode period. Think of it as a mental reset, a recalibration. This prevents gradual backsliding into old patterns. Protect solitude. Keep daily solo time non-negotiable. Your relationship with yourself is the foundation of everything else. Here's what's critical. You can't maintain what you don't measure. Keep tracking your focused hours. Keep journaling. Keep reviewing your progress. The moment you stop measuring, decay begins. Also, expect challenges. Life happens. Unexpected events arise. You'll have days where you can't follow the protocol perfectly. That's okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is returning to the protocol as quickly as possible when you slip. One missed morning ritual doesn't erase your progress, but 7 in a row does. One day of distraction doesn't destroy your focus, but a week does. The difference between success and failure is how quickly you return to your standards after a disruption. Build in flexibility for social occasions, travel, and life events. You can enjoy a night out with friends. You can take a vacation. You can celebrate. Just make sure these are intentional choices, not default patterns. And always return to your foundation afterward. Remember why you started. Your 30-day mission wasn't about temporary change. It was about discovering who you're capable of becoming when you eliminate distractions and live with intention. That person doesn't disappear on day 31. That person is who you are now. Monk mode isn't something you do. It's someone you become. A person who values focus over distraction, depth over superficiality, intention over impulse. That's your identity now. Protect it. The world will constantly pull you back toward noise, chaos, and distraction. Society celebrates being busy, being connected, being responsive. But you know better. You've experienced the alternative. You've lived in focus, and you've seen what you're capable of when you operate at your peak. Never go back. Maintain what you've built. Refine it. Strengthen it. Share it with others. But never let it go. Because this is not just about productivity. It's about living a life of meaning, intention, and purpose. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Monk mode forever. That's the commitment. And that's the path to extraordinary. For conclusion, your new life awaits 30 days. That's all it took to completely transform how you operate. To go from distracted to focused. From reactive to intentional. From scattered to powerful. But let's be clear. The last 30 days were not easy. There were moments of resistance, doubt, and struggle. There were times when you wanted to quit, when going back to your old patterns seemed easier than pushing forward. But you didn't quit. You pushed through. And now, on the other side, you've discovered something most people never find. That you're capable of far more than you believed. That with focus, discipline, and intention, you can accomplish extraordinary things. You've learned that distractions are not inevitable. They're choices. And when you choose focus instead, everything changes. You've learned that your environment shapes your behavior more than willpower. And when you design your environment intentionally, success becomes automatic. You've learned that your morning determines your day. And when you win your morning, you win your life. You've learned that solitude is not loneliness. It's power. And in silence, you discover truths that noise always hides. You've learned that physical training builds mental strength, that your body and mind are one system, and when you honor both, you become unstoppable. You've learned that resistance is not a wall. It's a test. And every time you push through it, you prove to yourself what you're made of. Most importantly, you've learned that you are not a victim of your circumstances, your habits, or your impulses. You are the creator of your reality. And when you take full ownership of your attention, energy, and focus, you can design a life that most people only dream about. This is who you are now. Not someone who hopes to be disciplined someday. Someone who is disciplined. Not someone who wants to achieve great things. Someone who is achieving them. Not someone who talks about transformation. Someone who embodies it. The question now is simple. What will you do with this power? What will you create? What will you build? What legacy will you leave? Because the world needs people like you. People who can focus deeply in an age of distraction. People who can think clearly in an age of noise. People who can create meaningfully in an age of superficiality. You've been given a gift. The ability to access states of focus and productivity that most people never experience. Use it wisely. Use it generously. Use it to build something extraordinary. Monk mode is not the end. It's the beginning. The beginning of a life lived with intention, purpose, and power. A life where you're not controlled by external forces but guided by internal clarity. Your new life is not waiting for you. It's already here. You're living it right now. Every day you maintain your rituals, protect your focus, and live with intention. You're proving that you've become someone new. This is not temporary. This is permanent. This is who you are. Welcome to monk mode. Welcome to mastery. Welcome to the rest of your extraordinary life. The world is waiting for what you'll create. Now go build it.